Hey there everybody, what is going on? My name is Aditya and welcome back to another brand new video regarding Semantic UI. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the three-dimensional figures or shapes in Semantic UI. Now, the reason why I said three-dimensional figures is because even though the Semantic UI's documentation, or even if you have seen it somewhere, it says it is a shape, but what I feel is it is actually a three-dimensional figure which is able to rotate around, and you can add the 6 different types of transitions with the help of that particular thing. Now obviously the transitions are completely different part in Semantic UI because there are so many different types of transitions available, like suddenly move up, fade in, fade out. But this is a 3D shape based figure, so you can go ahead and flip those things, you can go ahead and rotate those things up and down, flip up, flip down, flip left, flip right, and flip over and flip back. These are the 6 different types of transitions that you can do with the help of what I'm going to tell you today. So obviously the very first thing that you can see is we are right at the point where we left off in the last video. So I'm quickly gonna remove all of those things which are not really needed for us right now. Okay, well actually you can go ahead and combine all of these things, but I guess it is a really good thing to start up from the scratch. Alright, so there we go. That's our basic HTML that should happen, that should be there every single time when we are opening up the page. So what I'm going to do is I'm first of all going to go ahead and create in a container. I'm really sorry. .ui.container, and inside the script tag there will be 2 different lines, but obviously we don't want them right now. So the very first thing that I want to do is say .ui.shape, and yep, there you have it. That's your shape. So inside the shape, your shape is always gonna have sides. Let's just say it is a cube. There are going to be 6 different sides on that particular cube. So what I'm going to do is simply put in their sides, and in here I want to go ahead and put in their UI side. Now obviously there will be not UI side. I'm really sorry. You don't really need to use UI every single time with the help of with particular element. Obviously you can simply just say container, you can simply just say shape, but it is obviously the good practice to say UI in front of it, and that has particular meaning, as I told you in some video back then. But obviously, so let's just go ahead and say .active side. Now this side is the side that is going to be completely active. Now you can go ahead and create a cube like structure if you want, but this is not actually a cube. It is just a particular plane. It is a 2-dimensional figure that is, let's just say, 2 squares combined with each other, and you are simply just rotating between those 2, but in a 3-dimensional way. So obviously it is a like 3-dimensional transition for your website. Now I'm going to say active side, and obviously you can, in active side, you can go ahead and put in there anything that you want. You can go ahead and put in there a segment, or another shape inside that particular shape. You can put in there a button or anything like that, because I don't really care about what you put inside there. So I'm gonna simply just go ahead and put in a segment in there. Alright, let's just say it is a raised segment, just to make it a little bit more contrasting to our eyes, and I'm gonna put in some lorem ipsum text right in here. Now obviously this is going to be our active side, so I'm simply just going to go ahead and copy this thing and paste it like 2 times, or if you want, I can go ahead and put it on 4 times. Now what I'm going to do is simply remove this active thingy from every single one of them. Okay, there we go. Now if you didn't know what I just did, I just pressed Ctrl D, and that particular selected thing, how many times it is repeated, it just automatically gets selected. That's a feature in Sublime Text, and I guess it is the feature even in the Atom text editor. I didn't really use Atom because I love Sublime Text, so obviously I just did that particular thing. So now the next thing that we want to do is, let's just go ahead and see how exactly does that look like. Now obviously there's one active side that we specified to it, and that side is going to be shown right over here. Now obviously I don't want that just this side should be shown off to the user every single time he is there. All other four sides are not actually being shown to the user, because you know, in a shape, in a cube, let's just say you have a cube, you have a Rubik's cube. Just to make it even more interesting, you have a Rubik's cube. There's white side and the back of which has yellow side. So obviously when you are looking in front, you cannot really see the back side, that is the yellow side of the particular cube. When you are seeing the red side, you cannot really see the orange side, and when you are seeing the blue side, you cannot see the green side of that particular cube. So obviously it is same like this. You know, when you are seeing one side, you cannot see what is exactly there on any of other side, not just the back side, but any of the other side, upside, downside, you know, right and left side. But it isn't really cube, as I said. I'm gonna clear it again. So let's just go ahead and say, let's just add a little bit of JavaScript in here. Well, before that, I'm gonna go ahead and put in a button, just like we put it in the last episode, you know, to make things even more clear. .ui.button. Let's just go ahead and make it a little bit more interesting. Feel button, and I'm gonna put in there flip. Okay, so we are gonna be programming this little flip button right over here. Now obviously I want a ID to this button, that is flip. All right, so as soon as the button with the ID of flip gets clicked, I want to trigger in the function. So that's how you do it. All right, now if you are not getting any of this jQuery stuff, you can go ahead and head over to some, you know, jQuery tutorials thingy, so that you know you get a little bit used to this thing. So .#flip .click, and as soon as you click it, trigger in this function that is put in right over here. Now the function that I want in here is, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and put in there .shape or .ui .shape. I guess I spelled it wrong. .shape, and there we go. And what I'm going to do is going to pass in one argument right in here. Now this one argument can be you know, those 6 things that I told you before. Just put in flip. It can be up, it can be down, it can be over, it can be back, it can be left, and it can be right. So for the sake of this little tutorial, I'm going to be showing you all of those. But you know, some of them you might see that they are glitching out, because you know, the transition that they added was zoom in there on the face of the particular user, and then simply rotate it to other way, just to make it a little bit 3D-ish figure. So first of all, I'm going to show you guys over. Now over and the back both work the same way, just for the rotation, the way they rotate is just kind of different. So obviously I'm going to save it, I'm going to refresh this page, and now we should be having this little button right over here, and as soon as I click it, you can see how it does rotate. But notice how it rotates in just unidirection, that is, it just flips over, it doesn't flip back. So obviously I can go ahead and add another option in there, another button, but I don't really want to go ahead and do that right now. So obviously now you can see it is flipping backwards. First of all, it used to go from here to here, but now it is coming from here to here. So obviously that makes a lot of difference. So the next thing that I want to show you is flip up and flip down. Now obviously both of these even work the same way, just you know, upside and downside is just different. Now it is flipping up, and when I say flip down, you will be seeing that it flips downside to the upper ones, you know, so that we can see what exactly is in there. So obviously you can go ahead and test it with it. So for the sake, I'm gonna say first side, second side, third side, and fourth side. All right, so let's just go ahead and see how does that go. Okay, so now you can see how does that work. You know, you might have just seen that this little thingy glitches out every single time. You know, it just zooms in and then does that, so it might break in two lines. So you can see it right over there. Flip, flip, flip. So obviously this works in that way. And the last but not the least, I'm gonna show you guys the left and the right ones. Now this is way more glitchy than how much it should be, because you can see it zooms in, it rotates its side, and then it just goes back. So obviously I don't know how to fix it, because I haven't really been using this kind of 3D dimensions, the 3D dimensional stuff. All I use is animate.css or some other CSS library that can animate it way more better, like there's one even JavaScript library, which I'll be talking about in future videos, obviously. Green Sock Animation Project, GSAP. Just in case you guys are wondering what exactly I use for animations, I use GSAP. And obviously you can use this one thing, and one more video will be there on this particular chapter regarding transitions. So obviously you can use those kind of transitions too, or I'll be creating a separate video. Just comment down below if you really want that, because I don't guess you need a separate video for that. I'll be creating a video about animate.css too. So obviously if you guys want it, just go ahead and put it down in the comment section below, and I'll be making a video tutorial on that too. But now let's just move on to a little bit more advanced topic right here. So when I click on first side, I want that the second side that should be flipped is going to be the third side actually. From first side it should jump directly to the third side, then it should jump to the second side, then it should jump to the fourth side. If you want that, you can go ahead and put it in here. I'm not gonna be getting over that, but I guess I can go ahead and show it to you guys what exactly I mean. So I'm simply gonna go to the documentation about, where is it? Yeah, shape. And right in here, as you can see, there is everything that I just told you, except they use this little people, cube, and the text thingy. So click on the usage button right over here, and when you go down, there's something regarding behavior, and actually there's something more behind this little thingy. So set next side. Now this is an argument that can be passed in. It can set the default side, set stage side, and set the next side. Now it is a selector obviously, so you can go ahead and set it without setting it right in the program. Like I said that active side thing, but you can go ahead and put it down in here. So obviously you can go ahead and do all of these things, is animating, flip back, flip over. All of these 6 different options are those which I just told you guys. Set next side is working exactly in this way, but notice how it uses 2 different shape objects. Like in here they have used another shape, on which they have used yet another shape. Now it is like hey, set the next side that I want to the third side. Like let's just say dot third, or let's just say it is hash third side, and I'll be saying this third side is this one. ID is equals to third side. Now you should go ahead and put it right like this. This dot shape and this dot shape should not be breaking the line. I mean you can go ahead and do it in that way if you want, just to make it a little bit more readable for you. But I guess some of you guys might be just confused that, hey, why is he using dot afterwards? So it just works same way. So if I refresh the page, first side, second side, I guess that works on some other, that requires some more things, but obviously I don't use it. I'm really sorry guys. I don't really have so much information about this shape, but because I don't really use it, I just told it to you. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to this channel for more content like this, and peace out.